All right, here we go. All right, gonna talk about gabapentin, okay? Why is gabapentin tempting? And, you know, appealing to me and just that kind of crap, and what's it make me feel like, and whatever. I'm just gonna talk about that because I've gotten this question a lot, dude, over like months, you know, from other videos I've made. People will ask me, because gabapentin is kind of a trip. Not everyone likes gabapentin. There's a fair amount of people that have taken gabapentin and they don't like the way it makes them feel. They don't really understand why, because gabapentin's a problem out there. Gabapentin is a problem. There's a lot of people addicted to it. The withdrawal sucks. Dependency, just like anything else. So, but it's weird. There's people, not every addict just takes the gabapentin. You know, I mean, yeah, a lot of people be like, man, it made me real foggy, and it does, man. There's like a fog to it. You take a bunch of it and you can feel kind of drunk, or, you know what I mean? Like, in a way, you know, there's a relation there. You know, me, you know, I think a big thing too with the gabapentin, because the thing is, I'm not going to be like, oh, gabapentin is so great and it's just so hard. It's such a great drug. It makes me feel so good, that it's so hard for me to resist. It's I don't know, it's kind of easier when you're feeling like crap, when you're feeling like crud. That's really part of the appeal to me too, is when you're just, you know, getting off the benzodiazepine, okay? As a lot of you guys know that, I'm a year off of that. So in this year, sorry, you're going through post-acute withdrawals and whatever, and depression and just apathy and stuff. Well, gabapentin helps with that stuff. It helped me with that stuff, okay? And I would just, if I took some, the next day I'd take more and more, and it would just, I just like, my old addict ways just really come out, dude, with gabapentin. There's a little element when I take it, there's a little element, I was surprised. Yeah, I should say this too. I didn't ever take gabapentin back when I was using opiates and opioids and stuff. Dude, this sucks, dude. My nose, freaking allergies are bothering me today. My nose is really freaking itchy. Anyway, okay. So I never took gabapentin back when I was using opiates and opioids and freaking benzos and stuff like that. Like, I was around some, but it was never, yeah, if it was just right there, my dealer's like, oh, try these, I would have done, I mean, it was like, yeah, sure, you got pills for sale? I'll take them. I mean, that's just how it was. So it wasn't really, you know what I mean? Like, my dad was taking it he's got all these nerve pain crap like that. He doesn't take it anymore. He's gotten completely off of it. I used to be on a bunch of pain meds too. He's completely off those too. I should have him on here sometime. We can talk about it. But, so I never got into it then. So my only experience using gabapentin has been in the last like year. Yeah, like last year and a half. I don't even know. We'll just say a year. So I don't know. I guess I should say that. I guess I don't know why, if that matters or not. But so with me, with what really helps, you know, when I would take the gabapentin, is I noticed energy stuff. And I also noticed, though, there was like it just reminded me of an opioid a little bit. There's a little something there. It's not, there's just a little something there too, which is dangerous to like that. And, oh, you know, I want to take that because it kind of reminds me of an opioid a little bit though, not full on, I should say, but it's just like this little something, you know, or it's like, oh, wow, this feels good, you know, and you just, you know, whatever, you're drawn to it. I'm drawn to it. But so energy, okay. So like, as far as like not being so apathetic and, you know, getting going and doing stuff, like, when I would take gabapentin, it would help quite a bit with that. Okay. It would help my mood too. It helped me kind of be more positive and jokey, I guess, joking around more. But, you know, it also give you like a fog and stuff. And, oh, dude, gabapentin's a trip because you like my balance is worse on, like, out of all the crap I used to take, dude, and take so much of stuff, like gabapentin, like, you know, because I'd scarf quite a bit down and it would just get out of control fast. You know, when I start taking gabapentin, and you just, I don't know, man, like your equilibrium isn't right. You drop stuff more and stuff. You know, you keep going in that, you keep taking a bunch, and it's really similar to being drunk in ways, I should say. There, you can just tell the relation there. But anyway, but yeah, with like restlessness, dude, like when I was restless, Gabapentin helps so much with restlessness. You know, I never used it I've never used it for opiate withdrawal or anything like that either. I'd imagine that it would help quite a bit with the restlessness and with sleeping and stuff. That was another thing. Yeah, it would help me sleep, but it would also, which is weird, you know, and I've other people have experienced this too, and I'm like this with pills in general. Like if I took a bunch of opiates and stuff, I mean, it took a lot for me to get gacked out. It usually made me manic, hyper, very happy, very annoying, really, looking back, really annoying. But Gabapentin, I'd get manic. I would get manic on Gabapentin, and I'd really, you know, I'm really into like geopolitics and stuff like that too. I know I've talked about some on this channel and other videos, just random stuff. But like, I just get on it, you know, and I can just feel it though. And it kind of bothered me though. It like bothered me because it's like, well, this is, you know, you just know that this is coming from the drug, because just a few days ago or yesterday or whatever, earlier today, I was feeling not good. And I wasn't really I didn't have the mental energy to talk about this kind of stuff. And you know what I mean? Whatever. I don't know. This video doesn't seem like it's very good. But anyway, but you got to be careful with Gabapentin, dude. You got to be friggin' careful with Gabapentin. There's a lot of people that are stuck on Gabapentin, that are going through Gabapentin withdrawals right now. My experience with it, here's the thing with Gabapentin, because as you know, I started taking a bunch of freaking Gabapentin, and then I stopped and I went through withdrawals. And you know, people are like, "Oh, are you over the Gabapentin withdrawals yet? Are you?" Yes. The thing is, I never took it for very long, so I just really know about the acute withdrawal with Gabapentin. You know what I mean? Like, if you're taking it for years, it's gonna be like a freaking, I don't know, I'm getting off a benzo I took for 9 years. I took opioids for 12 years and stuff. That's where you pay for the freaking post. That's where it takes a long time to really recover. With Gabapentin, I mean, it's just the acute withdrawals that I'm familiar with. I never took it for like more than 2 months at one time. You know what I mean? But I would take a lot. I mean, I would take, you know, it would go quick, dude. I would start taking like, oh man, I up to like 6,000 milligrams or something like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, so the acute withdrawal is just, honestly, there's similarities to opiate withdrawal, which sucks, dude. Just really lack of energy. I have videos on that. I'm not really going to get into that, I guess. But I guess what I'm saying is be careful with Gabapentin. You know, there's people that will ask me, well, I'm prescribed Gabapentin. What's wrong with Gabapentin? I'm prescribed Gabapentin. Well, if you're prescribed Gabapentin, maybe you're probably prescribed it for a freaking reason, and that you need to weigh the costs in your own life if it's worth you taking that. If it's helping you enough, you know, to get, if you take Gabapentin every day, you're going to get physically dependent on it. And if you stop taking it, you're not going to feel good. That's just what it is. Like I said, you just weigh out your stuff with your own life. Crap, what was I going to say? But yeah, just obviously be advised for that. It's going to be for like nerve pain is what it should probably be prescribed for. I don't know. You know, okay, like my wife. Okay, yeah, like my wife. She is prescribed Gabapentin. She doesn't take it. She's prescribed Gabapentin because she has Bell's palsy, which I gave her, by the way. That's a story for another time, though. I can tell you how I gave my wife Bell's palsy. If you don't know what Bell's palsy is, like, you're all like, can't move, you know, you're all limp on one side of your face. It has to do with nerves and stuff like that, okay? And that's why she's prescribed it, because it can hurt too. I don't know, dude. I don't freaking know, but I do know that I gave it to her. So, it's not a great story. It's a bad story. It's not that it's not a great story. It's a bad story. I really did give it to her. Anyway, okay. And then she got the Gabapentin from the Bell's palsy, and then I gobbled the Gabapentin. So there you go. It came back around and bit me in the butt. But anyway, I don't know, dude. I have no idea how this freaking went at all. I'm sorry if it sucked, but yeah, Gabapentin with, you know, sometimes too, as an addict, like, I'm sure, and this is so late in this video, dude, but as an addict, someone that really just struggles with addiction and just wanting to feel different because for whatever reason, feeling normal or isn't fun, or you're always getting off something. That's how I've been feeling the last 3 years. I'm always effing getting off of something and feeling just not normal, worse than normal. You know what I mean? So there's this part where it's like, even if it's not great, even if because there was things about gabapentin I didn't like the fogginess, dude. I really didn't. I didn't like the kind of, like I was saying, like your equilibrium, your balance isn't as good and stuff like that. And I felt just kind of in a fog, you know, and like a little bit disconnected kind of in a way. I don't know. But I do it because I take it again and I take it again because there was just a little, it made me feel different, or you know what I mean? And there was enough things in it that made me feel good and relaxed enough, dude. That's the thing. Like, you know, when I take a bunch in the evening and stuff, like I could feel like if you took a ton of it, you could get gacked on it. And I've heard that people were like, oh dude, if you take a lot of gabapentin, I mean, you can get gacked. And I could feel that, especially when you're struggling with sleeping and stuff, and you're just like, I mean, I take a bunch and I'd be like, wow, dude, I am gonna sleep good tonight. Like, I can feel it because I'm like gonna fall asleep sitting here on the couch. You know what I mean? So that was appealing about it as well. But anyway, I don't know. You know, if you're gonna use gabapentin for your withdrawal, don't use it for anything benzo related like me. That's not, I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, gabanoid, just, I don't know. That's me. I don't think, I wouldn't do it. But if you're going to use it, to get off of an opiate or something, just treat it like I always say with kratom. Just use it for a short while during the acute, dude. It's going to help, dude. Gabapentin's going to help. I would recommend gabapentin over kratom personally. That's just me. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's not the right answer. I don't know. But I just kratom is an opioid, dude. And if you're getting off of an opioid, you kind of want that stuff to start healing, because you're not making it right on the kratom. You're just, you know what I mean? You're not getting there. And it's just easy to replace, I feel like. And sure, you could totally replace it with gabapentin. You really, yeah. I mean, you really freaking could. Easy. And that's why I'm saying you got to be careful. So I would just, yeah, my recommendation would be, like I said with kratom, just use it for like first week or something. Or you know what I mean? Like, or just, you know, as needed. So maybe not every single day. I don't know. However you want to do it. That's not what this video is about. Anyway, God bless all y'all. I don't know this video. I'm sorry to say this video really seemed like it sucked. I feel like it didn't really go where I wanted it to go. I don't know. God bless all y'all. V for victory and salute.